I don't know what it was about that goalie yesterday. He just... This is another cold one. I think like a cheat sheet of the coldest rinks that we go to, so I know what to dress.
Locally, I'd vote for Haymarket.
Yeah, especially during the winter.
York is, to me, the coldest. Probably the coldest one. Period.
Alrighty. You didn't bring me a beer?
Right? It's kind of rude.
It is hard to walk around here and not want to buy some food or drink. It's a delicious,
incredible,
delicious poster of a hamburger over there.
Live from the St. James Arena in Springfield, Virginia, it's the Ashburn Xtreme at St. James White. CBHL game for these two, first meeting of the season. Get ready for puck drop. The first line, Allen, Palin facing the forward. Noah, Dana, Wentz, Dylan in goal. Mason pushes it up to Caleb, who goes into the corner with it. Near side. Nice poke check by Alec. St. James pick it back up.
Nice hit.
Puts the player into the half wall. Into the zone.
Good hit, Shane, stepping up.
Boards. Poked away. Checked in by St. James. Got lost and poked by James. Noah pushes it to the side. Caleb. Comes over to Alec. Back in. Outside. James, our side. Up to Caleb. Collins now on the ice and goal. St. James coming in play. First in. Noah comes after in the corner. Bounces up to the end run. Goes to left. Collins. Collins man with Sean forward. Collins. Sean pushes it into the corner. Leandro behind the goal. Far side. Cleared. Over to Collins. St. James takes it in. Pushes it in deep. Swing and a miss there by St. James. Bumper Collins to Leandro. skates it in. Line change for Ashburn. Jack. Nolan. Jack. Poked away. Got to look for those passes. Caleb also on it forward. In the corner. Back behind the goal. Jack. Add Caleb. Again, need to pass the puck. Shane, shot, save. Rebound, St. James. Cleared to Noah. Noah dumps it in. Comes back out. Noah pushes it in. St. James is there. Delayed offsides. Nolan's got to clear the zone. Puck is out of the zone. Caleb skates it in. Caleb going wide. Bumped off the puck. Jack coming to help. Near corner. Comes St. James. Squeezed into the boards. That's by Noah. St. James picks up the puck. Drop pass. Nobody there. Poke it by Noah. And cleared all the way down. That's going to be icing. Icing with 10:34.
Oh, broken stick.
10:30 running. Can we stop the clock, please? I'd yell clock, but it's not going to do any good. It stops at 10:28. So play was better there than last game.
Yeah, getting some movement over here.
Continue to look for passes and not just holding on to the puck. So the delay is somebody.
I think the stick is stuck in the boards. That's my guess.
Yeah.
The toe of it.
As to say, the referee's skating off with the toe. The rest must be in the boards, or they're trying to repair, or something. It was a $400 play.
Yep.
Sean with the face-off on with Alec and facing the forward. Face-off comes back to the point one time. Redirect, bad save. Rebound.
Nobody in front.
Standing tall with two shots. Then covers.
What do we got going on defense right here? Who's with Luke on D? Kaysen?
Danny.
Danny.
Yeah, Danny's playing. One time he's in from the point. Redirected far side. I think Troy is dressed but not playing.
I see.
Not yet. St. James centering pass right in front. Dylan, so save. Rebound. Standing away at it, and Dylan covers again.
Got a Zamboni that crease.
Shane now on a defense for Danny. Noah comes on for Luke. Soft still without. Back to the point. Alex intercepted. Couldn't clear. Sean. Puck is all the way down. Off of Kaysen. Kaysen gets it. Couldn't quite control it. Goes into the corner. Off of Sean's skate. St. James. Sean battling. St. James comes away with it. Kaysen, forecheck. Back behind the goal. Near side. Alec, poke check. Sean working. Alec towards the goal. St. James picks it up. Far side. St. James looking for a breakout pass. Near side. Alec with pressure. Nice forecheck by Alec. Sean.
Go to the point. Go to the point.
Wraps it. Back behind the goal. Kaysen coming after it. St. James. Need to break out. They do, but Shane is there. Shane gets hooked. No call. Sean can't control. St. James up the middle. Here they come. Backhand shot. Blocked by Sean. Centering pass comes all the way through. Shane picks it up. Shane gets bumped off the puck. St. James the other way. Collins and Leander now on the right. Get down to the zone now. St. James walking in front by Caleb. Caleb picks it up. Cross ice to Collins. Great idea. It's going to be icing though. Just under Collins' stick. 8:30 left in the first. Collins, Caleb, Leandra, the forward. Danny and Luke on defense. Face off. On the boards, Leandra. In. High slot. Shot. Get wide. Rebound. Dylan got a pad on that. Centering pass comes all the way through and out. It was cleared by St. James. No icing. Leandra and Collins with some pressure. Near side. St. James in the neutral zone. Danny's back. Shot. Glove, big one.
It's a good grab. They had the full forward momentum going there.
Nolan, Sean, Jack, the forwards. Luke and Danny on defense. Danny up to Jack. Nice pass up to Nolan.
Ah, gotta get that pass.
Tip forward. I love that pass.
Receive it.
All the way through up the slot. Shot. Wide. James, centering pass. Bumped up by Danny. Luke. Nice pass up to Jack. I like the passing. St. James controls though. Jack with the lift checks. Far side.
Shoot it.
Danny shot. Save.
Nice shot.
Back behind the goal. Shot. Blocked in front. Here comes St. James. Danny goes into the corner. Luke, nice job. Danny blocks the centering pass. Up to Nolan. Nolan, cross size. Pushed into the zone. Nice play by Danny, preventing it from going in. St. James in neutral zone. Here they come. Going wide. Shane now on in defense towards the goal. Tried to sneak it behind Dylan. No going there. Good. Caleb at the face-off. Trickles back towards the point. Low slot. St. James picks it up. Lost an edge. Noah. St. James. Top of the face-off circle. Noah. Caleb back behind the goal. Right behind. St. James fumbles it to the boards. St. James. Kaysen comes back for it. Stretch pass for Alec. Didn't quite work. Caleb. Caleb trying to get it past St. James. Couldn't. Now here they come. Swing and a miss there on that pass. Dumped in. Wrapped near side. Noah working. Caleb comes and picks it up. Caleb looking. Cross ice. Tried for the stretch pass to Kaysen. It's going to trickle up to him. Tried to bump it to Alec. Didn't work. Caleb with the forecheck. Dumped in. Shane is there. Not cleared by Ashburn. Right in front. Shot went wide. Caleb has Kaysen streaking ahead. Kaysen couldn't control though. Cleared. Noah dumps it in. Good play. Collins with the pressure. Far side. Kaysen. Near side. Caleb. Oh, couldn't control. Had a potential shot there. Here comes St. James. Shane is back, forcing him wide. Trying to turn the corner. Shot. It's off of Dylan, I think. In the corner. Dangle. Noah. Pushes it forward. Collins. High slot. Right in front. Into the corner. Off the ref. Noah, nice breakout to Caleb. Caleb has Kaysen, if he can get it to him. It skipped over Kaysen's stick. Kaysen had a break.
The opportunities were just
I'm not sure why that came out of the zone for the face-off, but it did. Collins, Sean, Leandra, the forwards. Luke and Danny on defense. Luke pushes it in. Right back out. Off from St. James skate. Here comes Leandra. Tried to dangle, is denied. Cleared. Nice play by Luke to bring it back out. Danny goes after it. 4 minutes even left in the first. Back behind the goal. To Luke. Wraps it far side. Sean with the harassment. St. James along the baseline. Danny. Pinned. Luke sweeps it away. Backhands it up and out. Leandra going after it. St. James is there first. Turnover. Collins poked away. He's trying to get on his forehand to make a pass or a shot. Dumped in. Near side. St. James. Luke with the poke check. St. James still coming. Centering pass came all the way through. Leander with a good clear. Nolan pursuing. Jack now on the ice. In the neutral zone. Caleb now on the ice as well. Danny stepping up. Couldn't get to the puck. Puck is free. Danny's going to pick it up. Jack had a shot. Passed it up. Coming in. Shane skates it. Shane and Caleb got tied up. St. James behind their goal. Everybody going down. Here comes St. James. Up the middle. Nice poke check by Noah. Clears it to the side. Shane with the hit right in front. Noah prevented that shot. Nice play. Nolan stretch pass to Caleb. Nice pass. He's got Jack with him. Tried to dangle and was denied. Shane steps up with the hit. Nolan. St. James has it. Played with the high stick. Thank you very much. 2:02 left in the first. All the way down for the face-off. Fast-paced game.
Yeah. For some reason, it feels like there's more room on this ice than last night.
Yeah, we were talking before. It does look bigger. Kaysen, Sean, Alec the forwards, Noah and Shane on defense. Kaysen back to Noah. Sean in front, can't get a shot, gets the puck. Reverses. Back behind the goal. Alec. Shane. Shot. Redirect in front, save. Shane again, back behind the goal this time. Sean battling. Centering pass. Kaysen couldn't get a shot. Now there's a shot. Blocker save over the goal. Alec trying to wrap it back to the point. Noah back to Alec. Centering pass. Kaysen shot deflected wide. Again back to the point. Noah's shot goes wide. Rebound in front. Cleared. Shane. Kept out of the zone, now it's in. 1 minute remaining in the period. Alec. Kaysen with some pressure. Kaysen picks it up. Kaysen, line change for Ashburn. Poked away. St. James, nice poke check by Noah. Goes behind the goal, and Dylan covers. 38 seconds in the period. Collins, Caleb, Leandra, the forwards. Danny and Luke on defense. St. James, face-off circle. Referee's in the way. Centering pass. Nice back check by Caleb. Caleb has Leandra with him. Wraps it. Collins accelerating towards it. Good towards the goal. St. James. Kept in by Luke. Nice play. Collins. Centering pass, St. James deflects it. Caleb trying to get a shot, couldn't. 1 second. After 1, no score. Definitely playing better than yesterday.
Yeah, I'll take that period for sure. Some good play. I think what is so different from yesterday? I don't know.
I think they're definitely being less selfish, more team oriented.
They're finding those passes on the breakouts.
Yep.
Must be a little bit more than that neutral zone. You know, maybe St. James is not as hungry as Piedmont was yesterday either. I like the cycling going on down road. Still more here on that left point.
Shots on goal for the period. 9 for St. James, 4 for Ashburn. Getting ready for the start of the second. Danny, Caleb, Kaysen, the forwards, Luke and Troy on defense, Dylan in goal. Face off. St. James, poke to the side. Caleb. Squeezed off the puck. St. James pushes it in. Luke. Stretch pass, jumped on by St. James. And that's delayed off sides. Luke picks it up again. Trickling up to Kaysen, who sweeps it to Caleb. Caleb turns the corner. Caleb with some room, gets pulled down. Ashburn's going to go to the power play. Danny picks it up. Centering pass. Strong play on the puck there by Caleb as Ashburn's going to the power play with 14:27 left in the second. I think it was holding, couldn't really tell. Kaysen, Caleb, Danny the forward, Sean and Troy on defense. Into the corner, St. James wraps it far side. Sean, Kaysen, centering pass, Caleb's on his backhand. Caleb in the corner, back to the point, deflected, and here comes St. James. St. James trickles towards Dylan, who pokes it to the side. Sean has Kaysen wide open. Kaysen, nobody can see him. Caleb, centering pass comes all the way through the crease. Danny, centering pass. Here comes St. James again. Sean pokes it. St. James still on the puck. Stick save. Dylan plays it all the way up to Kaysen. Kaysen has Caleb with him. Kaysen definitely gave more than he got there. Tipped all the way down for the clear. 30 seconds left on the power play. Sean DeTroy, bumper up to Caleb. Caleb has Alec with him. Danny behind him, poked away. Danny picks up. Over to Troy, face-off circle, shot, redirected. Danny keeps it in. Back to the point, it's going to clear. Troy is there. Centering pass picked off by St. James. Sean pushes it to the side and St. James is back to full strength. Far side, Tipped in by Alec. Caleb, back to Alec. Alec trying to get it to Caleb. St. James picks it off. Shane now on in defense. Right in front. Caleb's backhand was deflected wide. Caleb battling. Pulled down to the ice. Yeah, sure seemed that way to me. Troy battling along the boards. Danny comes to help. Shane working, pushes it in, nice play. Nolan now on it forward. Troy keeps it on. Dangles. One-timer, blocked in front. Troy has room. Over to Danny. Centering pass was deflected. Troy over to Shane. Shane couldn't get anything on that, and it's cleared. Alec to Troy. Pushed in deep, far side. Leandra and Nolan with the pressure. Collins also on it forward. St. James picks it up, pushes it in, Troy's there. St. James. Shot, blocker saved by Dylan. Nolan. Cross ice to Collins is picked off. Here comes St. James, odd man rush. Drop pass. Shot, blocked in front. Nolan battling. Troy cross ice, tried to get it to Collins, too far, and that's going to be icing. .11:02 left in the second. It's a good power play. Didn't get many great chances. Leandra, Nolan, Collins, the forwards. Shane and Noah on defense. High slot. Shot. Swallowed and held by Dylan. Face off. Ashburn trying to clear. Low slot, now it is cleared. St. James collects, regroups. Noah steps up for the hit. Collins. Nice idea with the stretch pass. Kept out, and that's going to be offsides. 10:30 left in the second. Case and Sean, Alec, the forwards. Noah and Shane on defense. Into the zone, St. James. Tipped, Sean picks it up, goes wide, has Kaysen. Back behind the goal. Kaysen to Sean, near side. Sean with the pressure. Back behind the goal, St. James. Swing and a miss. Alec tried to get it back to the point. St. James, Kaysen got a stick on that. Kaysen trying to get a shot, does, blocker save. Noah from Alec, back to Alec. Back to the point, it's going to come all the way down for what should be icing. It is. 9:39 left in the second.
Again, that lefty-to-lefty combination on the left side boards kind of works. But Noah and Alex just tossing back and forth.
Yep. Luke and Troy now on a defense. Luke. Blocked in front. Here comes St. James. Nice work by Troy. Goes into the corner. St. James. Troy with the lift check. Sean to Kaysen. Kaysen cleared. St. James. Sean got a piece of that. St. James dumps it in. Luke. Over to Alec. St. James, shot, blocked in front. Sean can't get a pass off. Now it's cleared up to Alec. Alec has Kaysen with him. Alec up the middle, going wide. Wraps it, far side, Kaysen. Stolen by St. James. Alec pushes it over to Luke. Danny now on the ice. Dumped in, played with the high stick, he can't touch it, but yeah, that's the right play. High stick is the call. We'll have a face-off in the defensive end of Ashburn. 8:32 left in the second. Jack, Danny, Nolan, the forwards. Troy and Luke on defense. Face-off, still in the dot. Luke. St. James, shot. Gloved and held by Dylan. 8:19 left in the second. Face off in the dot, high slot. Along the blue line, dumped into the corner. Luke, behind the goal. Comes back to the point, cleared by that was St. James who did that. I was going to say, the back ref started to call icing, it was not. Comes all the way out of the zone, Troy pursues. Troy. Cross ice. Nolan is trying to sweep it into the zone. Here comes St. James, high slot, trying to get on his forehand, dangles. Reverses. Reverses again. Bumped off the puck, Jack. Good pass, Nolan pushes it in. Far side. St. James with the bumper pass. Here they come, odd man rush. Luke pokes at it. St. James picks it up. Backhand pass, shot! Somehow, I don't know if Dylan got a piece of that, but it did not go in and dumped into the netting. And we'll have a face-off in the defensive end. Did Dylan get a piece of that? I couldn't tell.
I think it went all the way across the goal. He was there for it if it was going to hit.
Leandra, Caleb, Collins, the forwards. Shane and Noah on defense. Face-off in the dot. Shane. St. James. Right in front. It's kind of a big mess, but Dylan's ends up diving on the puck. Caleb again with the face-off. In the dot. Still. Right in front, shot. Dylan with the save.
At that moment, staying tall in front of the shot.
One more time. Leandra. Shane. Noah. To Caleb. We thought Collins was going to go one way, he went the other, and it's icing. 6:32 left in the second. Face off. Back to the point. Into the corner. Noah. Both players go down. Noah pokes it up. St. James near side. Leandra. Can't clear. Shane is going to skate it out. Shane banks it in. St. James into the bench. Alec, Sean, Case in the forwards, Luke and Troy on defense. Face off, back to Luke. Shot comes all the way through. Kaysen wraps it, back behind the goal, Sean. St. James. Troy stepping up, squeezes him into the boards, pins the puck, and it's cleared. Luke goes after it. And that's icing. 5:43 left in the second. Face off in the dot, kick back towards the point. Troy keeps it in. Sean, Alec. Alec's on his backhand. Centering pass comes all the way through. Cleared by St. James. Here they come. Up the middle. Alec hustling with the back check. Poked away by Troy. Troy back behind the goal. Poked away. Got to get rid of those pucks. Troy again. To Luke. Poked forward, Kaysen seals him up. What? Okay. Thank you for keeping me honest. It looked like a nice boxing out play in basketball. I guess I'm a bit of a homer on the call. Nolan, Danny, Jack to forwards, Luke and Troy on defense. Face off, Jack pushes it in, right back out. And that's delayed offsides. And tagged up, here comes St. James. Danny with the squeeze into the boards, Troy. Taken, St. James, shot! Saved and covered by Dylan. Shane and Noah now on in defense. Danny with the face-off. Face-off. Back to Shane. St. James. Danny uses the glass, trying to catch back up to it. He does. He has Nolan in front. If he can get it to him, right in front, went all the way through. It's the right thing, but just couldn't quite connect. St. James behind their own goal. Wrap near side. Shane. Shot on goal, stick save. Danny behind the goal. Tried to get it to Jack, couldn't. Stretch pass, it's going to be too far for St. James. Shane is there. Clears up to Jack. Squeezed into the boards by Shane. Danny picks it up. Danny to Nolan. Nolan going wide, bumped off the puck. St. James. Danny uses his stick, or skate. Jack. St. James. Shane had to wait for the zone to clear, pushed in. St. James picks it back up. Here they come. Right up the middle. Nice play by both Noah and Shane combining. It's out of the zone. Jack up to Caleb. Caleb. Centering pass went all the way through, push wide. And Noah kept it in momentarily. Stretch pass. Here comes St. James. Shane denies the dangle. They pick it back up. Shot hits the post. Far side, Noah. And Nolan. St. James picks it up. Caleb with the back check. St. James towards the goal. Centering pass. Poked away by Dylan. Caleb. Leander with him. Poked away by St. James. Towards the point. Stretch pass. Comes St. James up the middle. Poke check by Luke. Caleb can't clear. Puck sitting there. Nice back check by Collins. Leandra to Collins. Collins and Caleb. Collins loses an edge. Cleared. Troy keeps it from going beyond half ice. Now retreating. Picked off by St. James. That was offsides. It's delayed offsides. Thank you very much. I thought it would have been immediate. Cross ice. Collins. Wrap near side. Leandra coming after it. Puck is cleared. Troy goes after it. Don't play with the puck. Thank you. Caleb. Leandra waiting at the line. Poked away. Caleb picks it back up. Comes back to Luke. Leandra. Centering pass. St. James. Trickles into the zone. Caleb comes back for it. Caleb picks it back up. Caleb dangles, has room, shot! Tipped over the goal and out of play. Stick saved by the goalie.
Caleb's going for a good 5 minutes right there.
Case and Sean, Alec the forwards, Noah and Shane on defense. Face off in the dot. St. James clears. Alec hustling back. Nice play by Alec. Good hustle. Up to Sean. Sean has Kaysen with him. Alec trailing. Shot. Blocker save. Alec comes back to Noah at the point. Back behind the goal. Kaysen. Sean couldn't control. Off the ref. St. James comes away with it. Shane steps up. Keeps it in. Shane towards the goal. Shot. Save. Rebound. Trickles behind the goal. Shane again. Centering pass. St. James has it. It's coming the other way. Nice poke check by Alec. Alec. Kaysen. Alec. Alec couldn't get it to anybody. Here comes St. James the other way. Sean and Noah are back. Going wide. Shot. Blocker saved by Dylan. Back behind the goal, right in front. Dylan clears it to the side, by the way. That's the end of the second. After 2, no score. For the game, I have shots on goals, 16 for St. James, 9 for Ashburn.
Pretty low.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting ready for the start of the third. Jack, Danny, Nolan the forwards, Troy and Luke on defense, Dylan in goal. Face off, comes back to Troy. Troy, cross ice to Luke. St. James, Luke battling. Back behind the goal. Troy picks it up. Wraps it up to Jack. St. James comes away with it. Face-off circle, drop pass, low slot. Shot, blocked in front. Back behind the goal. Centering pass comes all the way through. Nolan looking for the bumper pass to Danny. Off his skate though. Right in front, bumped off the puck by Troy. Puck is still free, and Dylan swallows it. Chaotic series that really wasn't necessary, playing with the puck too much in the defensive end again. Collins, Caleb, Leandra, the forwards. In the circle, shot goes wide. Troy to Leandra, kept in, shot. Again, swallowed and held by Dylan. Shot from the point that Dylan saw all the way. Face off, Leandra to Troy. St. James, centering pass in front. Troy poking at it. Troy comes away with it. All the way down for what is going to be icing. Shane and Noah now on in defense. Face off. St. James trying to get in the forehand. Shot was tipped up. Caleb comes away with it. Has Collins ahead of him. Leandra trailing. Back behind the goal. Caleb still coming after it. Wrapped near side. Bounces out. Collins. Caleb. Shot. Save. One into the corner. Shane. Face-off circle. Shot. Pad save. Rebound. St. James, potential cherry picker, but kept in by Caleb. Centering pass. St. James was there. Leandra with the steal. Shot went wide. St. James stretch pass. It's too far though for them. Noah. Caleb. Caleb dangles. Caleb. Across the face of the goal. Shot, stick save. St. James through the neutral zone. Kaysen lining up a hit, kept him out of the zone. And that's offsides. Nice play by Kaysen. Nice play on two fronts. One, he slowed down the player, created the offsides, and two, he did not hit him because it would have been a penalty. Alec, Sean, Kaysen, the forwards. Shane and Noah on defense. Face off, comes back to Noah. Over to Kaysen. Kaysen, poked away. St. James into the zone, trickles towards Dylan, who decides to pounce on it. 12:49 left in the third. Face off, comes back towards the point, blocked in front. Shot was blocked in front that time by Noah. Sean was behind Alec. Here comes Alec. Pushes it in deep. St. James at the breakout. Denied by Alec. St. James in the neutral zone. Noah can't clear. St. James picks it up, trying to come across. Shot was tipped, or pass was tipped into the corner. Noah to Alec, bumper, not cleared. Across the face, trying to get in his forehand. Centering pass, nice play by Noah, disrupting his shot. Shane, odd man rush for Ashburn, 4-on-2. Shane, going wide. He's trying to get it to Kaysen and couldn't. Kaysen, St. James the other way. Sean and Noah are back. Forgot the puck, that was offsides. Delayed offsides, intentional offsides, actually, all the way down as St. James did not clear the zone. 11:43 left in the third. Nolan, Danny, Jack, the forwards. Luke and Troy on defense. Face off, comes back to the point. Troy, intercepted. Here comes St. James with the breakaway. Shot score. St. James with the breakaway goal. 11:31 left in the third.
Go Ashburn, get it back.
Face off, St. James in the neutral zone. Luke. Up to Nolan. Nolan. Far side, St. James looking to break out. Need to go pressure him. Stretch pass is too far, should be icing. It is. Collins, Caleb, Leandra, the forwards, Luke and Troy on defense. Face off, St. James behind the goal. Luke with the pressure. Here comes St. James through the neutral zone, going wide. Drop pass, Leandra's there. Up to Collins. Can't clear, pushed into the corner. Leandra, near side. Luke. Collins, not cleared. Again. Luke picks it up. Up to Caleb. Caleb along the boards in the corner. Leandra. St. James, kept in by Troy, now picked up and skated out. Near side. St. James in the face-off circle, poked away. Caleb. Ref was in the way there. Cross ice kept in. Face-off circle, shot, redirected into the corner. Luke. Too much hesitation. Face-off circle, blocked in front. Dangle in front. Dylan stretches out and makes the save. .9:26 left in the third. Kaysen, Sean, Alec, the forwards, Shane and Noah on defense. Face off. Kaysen sweeps it forward, kept in by St. James, far side. Shane bumps him into the boards. Whoosh. St. James in the corner. Centering pass came all the way through. Alec comes back for it. Alec going wide into the corner. Comes back to the point. Noah has some room. Couldn't keep it in. And now here comes St. James. St. James shot, save, and goal. Dylan got a piece of that. It just trickled off his glove into the goal. 8:51 left in the second. St. James take a 2-0 lead. Sean with the face-off. Straightening out the scoring on that. St. James pushes it back. Cross ice. St. James looking for a breakout. Kaysen with a hit. Shane is going to skate it in. Shane, shot, swallowed and held by the goalie. One-timer shot, blocked in front. That was Alec with that one-timer. Great play, it was just blocked in front. It was a wicked shot. Cleared, Noah. Noah pushes it in. Far side. Stretch pass, too far. Oh, I don't know why the referee waved that off. It looked like icing to me. Noah behind the goal. St. James comes up with it. Low slot, shot, saved by Dylan into the corner. Centering pass, comes all the way through. Back to the point, kept in. One-timer. Pad saved, another save, another save. Two saves there at least by Dylan. Not sure exactly why the referee called that unless he knocked it out of Dylan's glove or something. 7:45 left in the third. Need a goal. Leander, Caleb, Nolan the forward, or Collins the forwards. Luke comes back to the point, kept in. Cross ice. Troy. Over to Luke. Luke. Get rid of the puck. Up to Danny. Danny on his forehand. Shot hits the side of the goal. Centering pass. Caleb can't get a shot off. Trickles back. Luke kept it in, then kept it from being a break. Danny comes back for it. Danny bumped off the puck. St. James skates it in. Luke. There we go. Leandra. Stretch pass, but St. James was there. Stolen by Leandra. Caleb. Over to Collins, or Troy, too far. And here they come. To the zone. Turning the corner. Right in front, backhand shot, save, and covered by Dylan. .637 left in the third. St. James with 10 shots so far in this period has put more pressure on Dylan. Caleb at the faceoff, comes back to Troy. Near side. Leandra. St. James comes away with it, faceoff circle, right in front, shot, pad save, rebound, hits the post. Puck is still free, right in front, cleared to the side. Back behind the goal, wrap attempt was denied. Danny comes back for it. Near side. In the corner. Luke. To Danny. Off the St. James stick, goes into the zone. Danny with pressure, lift check. Danny comes away with it. Has Leandra in front, can't get it to her. St. James the other way. Cross ice. Tipped into the zone by St. James, no icing. Troy in the corner, back towards the point, and it's cleared. St. James is happy to retreat. Reversing. Up the boards. Neutral zone. Into the zone, Danny on his backhand, Danny in front, shot, score! Great backhand shot by Danny. Very strong on the puck there. Danny unassisted with 5:24 left in the third. Ashburn trails 2-1. Alec, Sean, Kaysen the forwards, Noah and Shane on defense. Sean dumps it, oh, not far. Kept out by Noah, still in the neutral zone. St. James, cross ice. Shane bumps him off the puck that was out. Kaysen goes down. St. James pushes it in. Noah comes after it. Behind the goal, centering pass. Sean pokes it into the corner. Alec comes back for it. Sean to Case, or Noah to Case to Sean, and Sean's pass was intercepted. Alec keeps it out of the zone, skates it in. Alec coming across the face of the goal, shot went wide. Sean trying to come back to the point, poked away by St. James. Up the middle, poke check by Noah. Face-off circle, centering pass. Noah got a stick on that. Shane. Noah. He's trying to get it to Alec. Now it's out of the zone. St. James pushes it in. Noah in the corner. Back behind the goal. St. James again. Centering pass comes all the way through. Low slot. Face-off circle. Shot off of Sean's skate. Sean up the boards. Not cleared. Cross ice. Shane coming. Both Shane and Dylan got a piece of that into the netting with 3:43 left in the third.
Go Ashburn, get it going the other way. Accelerate.
Leandra, Caleb, Danny, the forwards, Luke and Troy on defense. Face off. Back towards the point. Shot comes all the way through. Leandra. Cleared, but St. James was waiting. Into the zone, Luke. St. James had to wait for the zone. Here they come. Centering pass. Caleb got a stick on it. Leandra bumps it to Danny. Here comes Danny as Caleb behind him. On his backhand. Looking, centering pass. And Caleb's going to get there. Oh, Caleb gets stapled into the boards. St. James picks up the loose puck. Here they come. Shot. Blocker save by Dylan. Up and out of play.
Goodness for Dylan.
No kidding.
Solo on that one.
2:53 left in the third.
Go Ashburn, 2 minutes. Come on. Get it back.
Face off in the dot. Back to the point. Face off circle. Nice back check by Caleb. Leander picks it up. Has Danny. Danny tips it forward, but St. James keeps it from going deep. Here they come. In the neutral zone. Poked away by Leandra. They pick it back up and dump it in. Back behind the goal. Troy. Far side. Caleb can't quite get there. Comes through to Dylan, who steers it behind the goal. Troy. Danny picks it up. Danny to Caleb. Chips it forward. Caleb picks it up. It's squeezed into the boards. Danny picks it up. Danny circling. Cross ice. It's a great play. Troy was sneaking up, just went under his stick. Caleb to Troy to Leandra. Shot, saved by the goalie. It's Troy with that shot. Kept in by Luke. Comes back to Troy. Troy. Leandra had to tag up. Far side. Troy pokes it into the zone. Again, Leandra had to tag up. 1:35 left in the game. Far side. Troy's going to skate it forward. Poked away. Dumped in. And that's icing. Icing with 1:10 left in the third.
Timeout.
Timeout Ashburn with 1:10 left in the third. I assume with the face-off all the way down, they'll pull Dillon. Coming out of the timeout, 6 skaters for Ashburn. Alec, Kaysen, Caleb, Sean, Danny, Troy, 6 skaters.
Ashburn, hustle! Keep it in the zone, hustle!
Looks like Danny will take the face-off. Troy and Sean back on defense. Face-off in the dot. St. James, it's free in front. St. James trying to clear. Comes all the way down. It's going to be wide, and that's icing. We'll do it again. 1:02 left.
Same thing, get those shots off.
Face off. Danny poked away. St. James has it behind the goal. Wrap near side. Sean couldn't keep it in. Rolls along the glass. Sean pushes it forward. Kaysen had to tag up. Here comes St. James. Center ice. Kaysen pokes it away. St. James picks it up again. Pushed into the zone. Sean comes back for it. 40 seconds. Up to Kaysen. Too far though. St. James. Alec keeps it from going in. Alec. Cross ice. Caleb shot. Went wide. Danny, puck trickles towards the goal, back behind the goal. Caleb. 20 seconds. Danny behind the goal. St. James picks it up. Troy keeps it from going down. 10 seconds. Over to Sean. Can't clear. 5 seconds. Now it's cleared. Up to Caleb. Shot, steered wide. And that's the game.
Good effort.
Yep. Final score, St. James 2, Ashburn 1. Final shots on goal, 30 for St. James, including 14 in that final period. 16 for Ashburn, 7 in the final period. Recapping the scoring, we're scoreless after 2, and then St. James gets 2 goals, going up 2-0, and then Danny with a great hustle forecheck, strong on the puck, nice backhand shot, makes it 2-1, and that's the final score. Definitely played much better than last week, or yesterday.
Good game, Ashburn.
And let's see, our next game is Saturday against the same St. James team, but this time at the Ice House. Yep, home and away series. Another awesome game by Dillon in goal. Yeah, we don't seem to play well at the Ice House for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, that's it from the St. James. Have a good week, everybody.